to Helen Chemistry channel. In this session, we are going to discuss the topic zeolite catalysis. So, zeolites are microporous, crystalline, hydrated aluminum silicates, that is made of silicon and aluminum. So, it has two tiny holes, and zeolite is made up of silicon and aluminum. 50 natural zeolites are available. 150 synthetic zeolites are available. Synthetic means man-made. Okay. Silicon has tetrahedron structure. Aluminum has trivalent structure. The combination of silicon and aluminum called zeolite. That zeolite matrix carries extra negative charge. This is the zeolite structure. This matrix carries extra negative charges. So, to balance that extra negative charge, it contains extra framework, that is, it contains H plus and Na plus cation. To balance this negative charge, it carries extra framework cations, that is H plus and Na plus. Zeolite with proton behaves as a solid acid. Zeolite with H plus or zeolite with the proton acts as a solid acid. This used in cracking heavy hydrocarbon fractions into gasoline, diesel. Okay. Zeolite carries Na plus called basic catalysis. Zeolite with the proton used for cracking heavy hydrocarbon fractions into gasoline and diesel. Zeolite carrying Na plus basic catalysis. Okay. Then in zeolite, protons are lying inside the air pores. Okay. In the zeolite, protons are lying inside the air pores. So the reaction occurs only inside the pores of zeolite. Where reaction occurs? Inside the pores of zeolite. Only reaction occurs. So reactant selectivity. Bulkier molecule in a reactant are prevented from reaching the active sites of zeolite crystals. Okay. Why it is prevented? Because zeolite has small pores. So, bulkier molecules in a reactant are prevented from reaching the active sites of zeolite crystal. Next, transition state selectivity. If the transition state larger than pore size of zeolite, then no product will be formed. Okay. If the transition size is too large, it can't form the product. Okay. Then product selectivity. It is encountered when certain product molecules too big to diffuse out of zeolite pores. Okay. If the product size is too large, it can't diffuse from the zeolite pores. So, reactant bulkier molecules can't reach the zeolite pores easily. Transition state is too large, it cannot form the product. If the product is too large, it can't come out from the zeolite pores. Okay. Next, phase transfer catalysis. Okay. Here there are two reactant in one solvent, reactant in second solvent. Okay. These two reactant are immiscible. Okay. Reactant in one solvent, reactant dissolves in one solvent, reactant dissolves in second solvent. These two reactant are immiscible, so it forms separate phases. Okay. It separate phases. To solve this, okay, to solve the immiscible nature, third solvent is added which is miscible with both. Okay. To solve this, third solvent is added which is miscible with both, and phase boundary eliminated and reaction takes place easily. So reactant in one solvent, reactant in two solvent, these are immiscible, it forms phase boundary. To solve this problem, we are adding third solvent which makes miscible of both the reactant. Okay. So that third solvent eliminates phase boundary and reaction takes place easily. Okay. For large scale production of any product, the addition of third solvent is very expensive and inconvenient. So, to solve the addition of third solvent, to solve this problem, phase transfer catalysis provides a simple solution. It avoids the use of solvents, but it makes use of phase transfer catalyst to make transport of reactant in one solvent to the second solvent. Okay. Phase transfer catalysis gives phase transfer catalyst to make easily transport of reactant from one solvent to the another solvent. So the reactant bond together and form the product easily. For example, RCl, that is 1-chloroactane. This is in organic place. NaCN aqueous place. RCN organic phase. NaCl aqueous phase. This is 1-cyanooctane. By direct heating of RCl and NaCl, product cannot obtain easily. So it takes more time. So to solve this, we are adding phase transfer catalyst. So what is the phase transfer catalyst? Tetra-alkyl ammonium cation. So first aqueous phase NaCN plus R4Na plus Cl. This has hydrophobic and hydrophilic part. Okay. This tetra-alkyl ammonium cation is a phase transfer catalyst. It has hydrophilic and hydrophobic part. Okay. So it forms R4N plus Cn and Cl minus. Okay. This R4N plus Cn, this is the organic phase, and reacts with RCl. It forms the product RCN plus R4N plus Cl. Okay. This tetrahydroalkyl ammonia makes the transport of Cn from the NaCN to this addition of phase transfer catalyst. It forms the organic phase. This organic phase make to the movement of Cn to the RCl. So the Cl moves here, this Cn moves here, it forms R4N plus Cl. Okay.